Today, Julian says, well, I think he will, because when he was fourth behind Trempolino and Tony Bin, in my book, he'd had a hard season. He came there as if he was going to get the mile and a half, and he just was feeling that very hard season, and it shortened his stride when it mattered. But today, I think he's more of a fresh horse. He's just a tiny bit warm, as most of the other runners are. Well, there he is. I think he's going to prove to be a tough nut to crack. If it wasn't so, if it had been a bit faster ground here today, I think that would have been in his favour. More betting.
And Foin is 2-1 again, and Toto 4-1. Tony Bin 4-1 also. Glacial Storm is on 6-1, having dropped half a point there. Doyon 8-1. Almorad 10s on 33-1. Silver Lane 50-1. Percy's Lass and Moon Madness, and Soft Machine still 100-1.
Well, they're going into the stalls. There is Glacial Storm, Michael Hills, I should say. What a victory it would be for him today. Losing the ride in the Irish Derby after doing nothing wrong in the English. Well, it would be a just reward today if he can get Glacial Storm's head in front of him. There is the French filly with Tony Cruz on, Silver Lane. Just needs a little bit of helping in. Very good third in the Irish Oaks. And Maurice Silver already trained the winner of this race twice. Number 2, Moon Madness, goes into stall 4. Number 7 goes in, Doyoun, the Guinness winner and Derby third. Tony Bin waiting to go in. Tony Bin, Pat Edry, successful in this race, 1975 on Grundy, and then on Dancing Brave in 1986. Oops, he says, don't come near me, I'm a man. 5-year-olds. 4 of them in the race this year, and there can be a naughty girl, Mrs. Persis Lass, who at Newmarket on her last run refused to race. There is Toto, I think maybe the last. Peter?
They're all in, under orders, and they're away. Very fast break by F1 on the outside, goes straight into the lead. F1 on the outside with Doyoun surprisingly up there too. Glacial Storm on the inside, then comes Soft Machine, then Almorad, and then Moon Madness and Tony Bin. Percy's Lass, one of the back markers, and Matoto is absolutely last. Glacial Storm on the inside of Moon Madness now as they run down towards Swindley Bottom, with F1 wide of those and right up with the lead. F1 wide of Glacial Storm and Moon Madness. Doyoun in 4th. Behind them comes Soft Machine. Then comes Silver Lane as they race down now towards the milepost. Glacial Storm from Moon Madness and F1 towards the outside, right up with them. Soft Machine on the inside. Silver Lane is next. Then Doyoun, Almorad, Tony Bin. Then Matoto and Percy's Lass, the 2 back markers, racing towards the 7 pole. Still Glacial Storm with the advantage from Moon Madness in 2nd. Soft Machine is in 3rd. F1 shading him on the outside, a very close 4th. Just in behind them comes Silver Lane, and then Doyoun, and then Tony Bin. Behind Tony Bin, Percy's Lass, Almorad and Matoto. Racing now towards the 6th pole, and still Glacial Storm on the inside of Moon Madness. These 2 disputing it now ahead of F1, who's in 3rd. Soft Machine comes next, just in behind Soft Machine, Doyoun, then Tony Bin, then Percy's Lass. Behind Percy's Lass, Silver Lane, then Matoto, and last now is Almorad as they race towards the half-mile marker, and still Moon Madness making it. From F1 gone 2nd now, just ahead of Glacial Storm, Doyoun, and Percy's Lass producing a strong run towards the outside. Then comes Tony Bin, then Almorad making progress round the field, coming to the home turn now, and still Moon Madness with the advantage from F1. Percy's Lass on the outside, Doyoun up with them, Almorad still making ground towards the lead, just in behind them, coming down to the 2 furlong pole. F1 has gone to the front from Doyoun and Percy's Lass, with Almorad coming there strongly now towards the stand side, and Matoto coming with him. It's F1 over on the far side, Matoto on the near side, F1 on the far side, Matoto producing a tremendous run now. Matoto's gone to the front from Almorad and Tony Bin and F1. Matoto with the advantage as they race into the closing stages. It's Matoto from F1 and Tony Bin as they race towards the line. Matoto wins the King George VI and Queen Elizabeth Diamond Stakes. 2nd was F1, 3rd Tony Bin, 4 Almorad, 5 Percy's Lass, Madness. Behind them, Doyun, and then Soft Machine, and then Glacial Storm and Silver Lane, and last was Moon Madness. And so the result of the 1988 King George VI and Queen Elizabeth Diamond Stakes.